Thank you. The defense believes they must take all factors into account for this weekend's game. Now, among the factors have to include the health and injury status of the opposition. That being said, the Seminoles have had some serious health concerns at their running back position. We believe it to be the case that this team is so desperate that they have considered putting yours truly on that field.
Objection, objection. We're talking about a legend here.
The defense would like to call on Florida State Seminoles head football coach Bobby Bowden to take the stand. Coach, we appreciate you taking the time out of your busy day to discuss and help clear this matter once and for all. The topic we are currently discussing is your team's depth.
Never went into a ball game in my life without any running backs.
Now, Coach, what we're trying to point out is the fact that with both running backs Marcus Sims and Jamal Edwards out, who did you consider putting in the place of Anton Smith, and was Rob Shaw considered?
I see. My first thought was Holloway, and I even thought about Shaw back there.
So you can confirm that Rob Shaw was considered as an option at running back due to these desperate times for your team.
Devontre and Shaw and Holloway. I was kind of thinking that terms.
Thank you very much, Coach Bowden. I know this had to be very difficult for you. We appreciate your time, and the defense rests its case.
That I appreciate. Thanks, Bobby.
Thank you.
We've heard a number of arguments already lobbying for Gator Nation, but I'm just not too convinced of the orange and blue, and neither should you. If you sit tight, you'll get my point. I'd like to call back to the stand my WCTV eyewitness, Dave Robin. Dave, the Gators have Tim Tebow. We all know that, but what about Florida State and their quarterback?
Tim Terrific is not so terrific when it comes to throwing to the wrong team. 6 times he threw to the wrong colored jersey. And if any of you had a chance to see the Georgia game, we know how Tebow may have some toughness issues. On the other hand, you have Drew Weatherford. Steady, consistent Weatherford. The man has only thrown 1 interception all year, and I think we all know what he's made of. After his concussion against Virginia Tech, he came out a week later against Maryland, completed his first 8 passes. The guy's competitive streak is mean, too.
I did some crazy things, though, because I'm competitive, that's for sure. Just our whole household, everybody's competitive. We're all homeschooled. We all grew up playing sports, in the backyard, and it's just kind of a way of life for us, really.
Drew, every week is getting is more comfortable in what we're doing, being more consistent in what we're doing, managing the game better, and now starting to make plays to win games and make a difference in games. We still have to continue on that track, but he just a more innate ability for he and I to see things the same, think the same.
Yeah, I'd take a consistent caretaker over a risky highlight reel any day of the week.
All right, and a win tonight, and both Florida State and Florida have identical regular season records at 8-4. So clearly not as lopsided as the defense would have you believe. No further questions, Your Honor.